Warning, this podcast contains spoilers, and I'm not singing it.
I had to see it.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Galavant. Season 1, episodes 5 and 6, Completely Mad, Alena, and Dungeons and Dragons Lady. I'm yours, Dom. With me are my co-hosts, Clio, Mike, and Heather. The podcast full of mimes. I hate you all. It's supposed to be a vow of singing, not a vow of silence.
Well, I'm a more traditional monk. Oops, I broke my vow.
Break your vows, or I will break your face.
That was really funny.
I love the monks. I loved them.
They were great. They were great. They honestly were.
I expected so much more out of them, though, especially since it was Weird Al.
I know.
So did I, kind of.
I almost feel as if the entire monk thing revolved around writing in a role to get Weird Al on the show, whether or not they cast him in advance before the role existed, or they cast it particularly for a big guest star. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like to me. Yeah. The show is actually starting to wear a little thin on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, these last 2 episodes haven't been as interesting.
They weren't as interesting. They really weren't.
I
I
like
like
them.
the second one more, I think.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like the show still. I do.
They didn't hold up to what we had last week or the week before. You know.
The first week is still the best week.
Yes.
You know. So this week our heroes finally arrive in Valencia.
Yay.
You know, it's about time.
Damn time.
About damn time. But as soon as they get there, Isabella starts stalling for time. You know, she doesn't want to rush right in there and take the king head on because she's betrayed Galavant and she's really having second thoughts now.
She tried telling him last week.
And she tried telling him again a few times this week.
Mm-hmm.
She just couldn't muster up those words.
I know.
She got it done once, and he didn't hear her.
He wasn't listening. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I do that sometimes.
I do that.
I mean, she slipped up a few times too. She said it in song, you know.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Oh, nothing.
What was that? Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
You know, they kind of break the fourth wall almost, and I'm sure Mike loves that because Mike does that all the time. But like when Sid was saying, you know, someone should create a zipper, you know. So just something right here to fasten two sides of fabric together with teeth or something. You know, it's just like...
That's just stupid.
I mean, I guess that isn't technically breaking the fourth wall, but it's...
No, but it's shattering the reality of the time period that they're in.
Yeah.
Which they've done since episode 1.
Yeah,
Right.
they've done since.
And it's
the
amazing.
first episode.
It makes it so entertaining.
Yeah.
My favorite one was when Isabella commented on Galavant's magical beard that doesn't ever grow.
Yes, that was cool.
That was amazing.
That one was my favorite.
Yeah, that was funny.
Love magic beards.
Yeah.
But we're starting to get a sense of the timeline that's going on here because Madalena says something about we've ruled this kingdom for a year. So this has been a whole year now that the Galavant and her have been apart.
Oh, we knew that because in the first episode, after the whole, you know, she basically tells him, yeah, I'm choosing fame and fortune, get the fuck out. When we next see him drunk in the tavern, it says 1 year later.
I thought it said 6 months.
I thought it was more than a year.
I don't know. It's been a while now since I looked at it. I haven't gone back to rewatch the episodes. So
I'm pretty sure it said a year later.
it
I
very
probably
well could have.
wasn't paying attention though.
Yeah.
It's
I
possible.
thought it was a couple months, but like I said, like Cleo said anyway. probably wasn't paying enough attention.
If it was a couple months, he went to shit really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, something tragic like that, traumatic to him, is gonna do that. Do you really think that he immediately following that went and slayed some dragons? No.
Probably not.
He went back to his room and cried about it.
Yeah.
And he
No, you're right.
literally never recovered. So
Literally.
to me, for finding out that this was a year ago and he was still broken about this, that's
Child 101.
That's really disheartening that our hero is this guy.
This guy.
I mean, you can't get over something that happened a year ago? Really? Like, move on.
I expected it to be more time, that he was hung up on her for years.
Really?
Plural.
I mean, he's still in denial about her. Like, right now. He finally got to see what she's been, like, who she's become, what she thinks of him. And she couldn't even give him a straight answer. I love you as much as someone like I could.
Yeah. And he sits there going over that statement for who knows how long.
Oh, God. He keeps bringing it up.
It could mean anything, you know?
And Sid and Isabella are like, again?
Yeah. The thing that I thought was kind of cute, I should say, that Madalena did was set the cook up on the date.
Yes, that was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, it was adorable.
I'm glad that we're seeing a little more from the cook than him just being the cook. You know, we're getting a little character development out of him, and then when Madalena had switched him and Galavant out and
that's what I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
It's like, what are you giggling about, Mike?
It's the funniest part of the episode when the king pulls the hood off him and they both just scream. I don't know why.
It was good. It really was. And
sorry, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
I think this marks the first time that we saw King Richard actually kill someone.
Not intentionally, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't intentional, but I don't think we've seen him kill anyone up to this point.
Yeah.
He hasn't accidentally shot someone?
I don't think so.
He's ordered people killed, but he himself hasn't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closest he got was a flimsy sword to the chest.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Poke.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was very funny.
I love the king. I love King Richard. I'm sorry. He's great.
Yeah.
Timothy Osmondson is amazing.
I know.
He is amazing.
I've seeing him in other stuff. It's blowing my mind that that's still him.
But he's always been this like fun-loving, wisecracking guy. Like if you watched any of his time on Psych, like,
right, you're right.
This character is really not that far from his Psych character. I mean,
Very
it is
whimsical.
because it's playing a person in a different role. But when it comes down to the humor aspect of it, it's very much the same.
Well,
I guess, yeah.
With Lassiter, there was that line between what Lassiter did and then what Timothy did off, like on all the outtakes. And I think
yeah.
Tim acted in the outtakes as like this king.
Yeah, that's true too. I completely see. I blew the line there because I watched every single outtake that they had for Psych, and oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. So I have a lot of those memories. Yeah,
Lassiter's not like that.
I have a lot of those memories embedded into my brain now because I binge watched Psych and watched them straight through, so it definitely blurred through there. But when the cook is on, you see the king holding like the lever and he's like leaning on it. You know, he accidentally kills the one dude, and then the cook is like
just
freaking out. Yeah, and he's like, I know what we can do. I know we can go see Xanax the magician. Guest star Ricky Gervais.
I love that his name is Xanax.
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did. But I feel like the gag went on a little too long.
Nope.
Yeah.
I thought it was perfect.
Maybe they were trying to kill extra time with it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, they did stretch it out a bit far.
I mean, the whole thing, the scenes and everything were really cool, whatever, but the joke, the play on his name, I think just went on a little bit too long.
I like the last thing they mentioned of him, because it was Gareth going, Xanax? Oh, so much Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, I laughed at it. I laughed, but it was like, even though that was the funniest line, by the time they got to it, I was like, really? We're still doing this? You know?
I thought it was great. I liked it.
Yeah. The whole thing was basically just a big acid trip, and,
Pretty much.
Like you were on too much Xanax?
yeah.
Let's go through the door.
You want to see my childhood bedroom?
I just love turning around to the throne room. Where's the door? How are we supposed to get to it up there? How did they get to it?
Yeah, but the whole flashback that they had when King Richard, was a child, and we see him, how he actually got to be king, or we kind of got to see how he got to be king. He was his older brother Kingsley wanted it, or didn't want it, and then he got it, and then his brother wanted it back. So I guess we still really haven't seen how he actually became king.
No, what happened was
he didn't want to be king. He just wanted the sword.
Yeah, he just took the sword.
So he took the sword and went adventuring, leaving Richard on the throne.
No, his name is Dickie.
Dickie.
Yeah.
Dickie.
Oh my god.
I don't know, the whole flashback was funny. I think that was the thing I laughed at the absolute most, was when the whole crowd was telling him to shut up.
He was like, here's our beloved king and queen, their son, heir to the throne, Kingsley, and disappointing son, Dickie.
And that guy.
Uh-huh.
It was completely insane. Completely insane.
I think it was a really good way of showing a flashback without showing a flashback.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it worked.
It did.
It's very effective.
Yeah.
But I feel a little gypped as we still haven't found out why, or how he came into power. So I think we'll end up exploring that a little bit more in the next episode, because, I mean, as the episode ended, the king stood up for himself. He ordered Madalena to get thrown into prison, only for her to be like, nope, we have a guest. You can't do that in front of your guest. And it turns out Kingsley is back. And he's basically taking control again.
Or going to try.
Yeah. So.
Because, I mean, they're not home. They're not in their kingdom, right? They're in
Valencia, right?
Valencia.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So. I don't know.
I'm confused. I don't know if any of you are confused, but I'm confused as to what Madalena's endgame is.
That's what's got me a little...
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like playing every aspect of the game right now. Every single side, and she's doing a good job at it.
She kind of is. I mean, she wants money, power, and the boy toy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Galavant is the boy toy. The money and power is the money is King Richard.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, there's no pure motivation other than greed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's all, and I don't necessarily know if there has to be more motivation than that. I don't know if there has to be a bigger end game. But I love the way that they're breaking stereotypes here. It's like Madalena is not the damsel in distress. She was, but now she's grown into something completely different. I think all it is the break of stereotype that they're showing.
Yeah.
I just mean, what does she want as the last, like, the ultimate thing that she wants? Because if she wants to be queen, she's already queen. Does she want to be a ruling queen? In which case, killing Richard's not going to make her a ruling queen.
She wants her cake and to eat it.
Pretty much. I don't really know. It's pretty much impossible to say at this point. You know, she clearly doesn't want Galavant, but there's something to that too. But she wants him, but she doesn't want him like he wants her. Mm-hmm. She wants him to be the new Jester.
Oh, Jester.
Oh, Jester.
We know the Jester has to survive because he's he's been narrating this whole time.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the narrator.
Yeah, he opens every episode.
Mm-hmm. What are you laughing at now, Mike?
I'm so sad that that there's only 2 episodes left.
One more weekend.
Yeah.
I want more of this. I love Gareth.
Ratings this week have absolutely plummeted.
Really?
However, that's due to football. So
yeah,
there is that. So,
which is why you don't see a lot of shows airing during this this time, is because
Super Bowl, playoffs, everything. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's why TV shows typically never launch new shows.
That none of us know anything about.
And I think that's why you see a lot of other shows like for TNT had the Librarians, for example, and they just started pumping out episodes. They got this all done with this last week, so you know, it's another thing that they're just kind of rushing things out there to. They don't want the ratings to spike before the Super Bowl, I guess. They can't really compete with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the Super Bowl's on. What do we air? Not primetime shows.
Right.
Nothing that we want people to watch.
We're just gonna do some reruns.
Of NCIS? Okay, good.
Well, yeah, reruns of NCIS. So let's just have a 2.5 Men marathon.
Mythbusters.
Yes, let's do a Mythbusters marathon.
Pawn Stars. Oh wait, that's every day. Never mind.
Yeah, they marathon that every friggin' day.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, do you guys still like this as much as you did for episode 1?
Oh, I love it. It's my exact kind of humor.
It's amazing. It's like as Mike said, I don't want it to be over next weekend. Like, they need to do more of this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's if they do more, it will get very old very fast.
I agree.
Ending next week is perfect.
See, I feel like instead of doing this as a 4-week miniseries, this would have aired much better if they just edited the whole thing together and made like a 2 or 3 hour movie out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like one of those sci-fi miniseries that are just like 3 nights in a row.
Yeah. 3 nights in a row, just show it in one nice big block. Or, like Dom said, make a movie out of it.
I think just like 1 3-hour movie would have been better, you know, for this. Because they're technically, the episodes are 22 minutes apiece.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shove all that together. You got enough for a movie, you know, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just me. So.
I guess.
I also... Sorry.
But I do enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed the first episode. So
yeah.
What were we saying, Clio?
Right. Oh, something about the pace. The way these episodes are paced are very episodic. So it's not just a matter of cutting it together to make a movie. It would have to be, I don't know, phrased. You know what I mean?
I mean, the first 2 weeks were very episodic. This week, the 2 episodes actually flowed together almost seamlessly. There was almost no knowledge that it was 2 separate episodes. It just flowed really well. Because it went from them seeing the monks to wearing the monk robes to disguise to sneak into the castle to getting thrown into jail to immediately coming up to the next episode with them already in jail. You know, it just flowed better than any of the other ones did. Because last week we had mentioned that awkward cut from Sid in the tavern and, you know, to them getting captured by pirates. You know, it was just a really awkward cut where this week didn't have that, you know. So, Next week, the final 2 episodes are called My Cousin Izzy and It's All in the Executions. From My Cousin Izzy, thinking about being in a relationship, Isabella wants Galavant to try to impress her parents with attentive small talk, but he's confident that breaking everyone out of prison will impress them and save them from certain death. Galavant gets his opportunity for a hero moment when King Richard challenges his brother to a duel and needs a champion to fight for him. So it looks like King Richard and Galavant are going to be teaming up in this episode, which that's just another whole dynamic that is going to be epic.
Are they trying to play on My Cousin Vinny?
Probably.
It sounds like it.
Very-
It really sounds like
The
it.
episode is called My Cousin Izzy, so
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no, I know. But
We'll see. Maybe there'll be some references to it.
there probably will be. The second
in this
half...
case, Isabella is Vinny, if that's what they're going for.
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah. The second half and final episode is called It's All in the Executions. Galavant enlists King Richard in a plot to kill Kingsley before the duel, but ends with a drunken whimper. Will Gareth kill King Richard in the duel? Will Galavant rescue everyone? Will Madalena find a new boy toy? The answers are very different from what you'd expect.
They need to be careful there.
Yes,
I think-
because now
they're
we're
setting
expecting the
themselves up to
opposite.
be, look how different we are, and if it's not different enough, I think it's going to disappoint.
Yes.
I think Madalena's just going to steal a sword from somebody and go on a murder rampage.
So, alright, so let's go through
Hopefully.
these one at a time. Will Galavant rescue everyone?
No.
No, Sid will rescue everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
So
We
that,
have to think
Sid and
outside
Izzy.
the box.
Sid and Isabella will rescue everyone.
okay.
Yeah, we have to think outside of the box. We have to think, like, what would be the least expectable thing?
Will Gareth kill King Richard in the duel?
No.
Probably not. I don't know how that duel's going to go. I can't give you any predictions. I'm just going to say probably not.
Yeah, since it is technically two episodes ahead,
Mhm.
so we don't.
I think Gareth is going to die.
Oh no!
I don't want him to, but I think he's going to.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
it's sad.
Because we saw in the flashbacks from this week how loyal of a servant he was to King Richard. I think he's going to refuse to fight him. That's my theory. He's going to refuse to fight him, and King Richard's going to have to do him in.
Or Richard will accidentally kill him, like
Yeah.
he's done everything so far.
pretty much.
And then he'll be like, "Oh no, Gareth!"
Yeah.
oh."
I mean, if
Yeah.
King Richard is the one to die, the one that I want to see him kill him is the cook.
Oh,
Awesome. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
but it still has to be an accident.
It still has to be an accident.
I agree. Will Madalena find a new boy toy?
No, I think she's gonna have human feelings and fall in love with King Richard.
Interesting.
I think she's gonna find human feelings.
You think there's a human in her somewhere?
Yes.
Mike?
The Grinch's heart will grow 3 sizes.
And then she'll die from cardiomegaly.
Thank
I
you.
somehow knew you were gonna take it there.
I just saw that picture like yesterday.
I love
So
that.
perfect analogy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I really do like the guest stars in these shows. I think they're great, but I feel like they were too shoehorned. Like the Xanax one, I think was still good. I liked seeing Ricky Gervais, but like I feel like it went on a little too long for a 22-minute episode.
Yeah.
The
The
Weird
only
Al
one-
one seemed extremely just out of place. Just all in general. Like he clearly was the lead in that role. Like all the other monks were pretty much non-existent.
They were
you know?
there.
They introduced them
bodies.
all. They gave them a little backstory, enough to satisfy us, but we don't see any more out of them. They didn't sing their way through the whole episode, like, you know. They're supposed to be these monks. And then if he's a real monk, and he breaks his vow that easily. Like, what's that saying about him?
Right. Do we have a guest star next week?
Nothing mentioned.
Nothing mentioned, but that's not to say there won't be.
Keep going. I'll look.
So
I
Keep
think
going. I will answer this question.
I shall search.
He's off on a hero's journey.
we're off on a hero's journey.
I think the night in was the second episode was like the least shoehorned.
Yeah,
Yep.
I 100% agree on that one.
Like that was the plot sort of drove them to him.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even mind the pirate.
Oh, the pirate was great.
I forget which actor was that played in that.
Huh.
Huh?
The guy. Okay, you guys familiar with Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
Of course.
Guy who played Giles is going to be in the next episode.
Awesome.
Is he gonna sing?
I don't
Is
know.
he Merlin? Is
No.
he Merlin?
He's Galavant's.
Oh my God,
He's
ever since he
Galavant's
was-
father.
Ever since he was in Repo and I heard him sing, I have loved him so much.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, is he going to sing?
And I'm looking
That
through
was a
some
really
more.
I'm so happy now. Is he really going to be in there?
Yes.
He's got a very good voice.
He does.
Uh,
I'm gonna fangirl squeal a little bit now.
Yeah, what was it? Hugh Bonneville was Peter the
Oh, yeah.
Pillager. Yeah.
and that's it for guest stars.
That's enough. I don't care. My entire weekend.
Well,
next weekend
episode
is
8
made.
doesn't have any, so.
Like that one guest star.
That's enough.
That's enough for me. I'm good.
Uh-huh.
So
I am.
I think the show, as sad as I am to see it go, I think it's about time that the show wraps up anyway.
Yeah.
So next week being the final 2, I'm fine with that. I really am. When we were talking about this last week, I was like, no, it can't be half over already. And now 6 episodes in, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready. It's about time. Yeah. So
It takes so much drawn out singing.
yeah. I mean, my biggest issue with this is kind of stuff we were talking about last week, which is there's a lot of filler in
There is.
these episodes when the series is so short.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you were to cut this out for a TV movie, there was no reason to have the monks in there at all.
No.
Yeah, you're
Except
right.
to get them a disguise to go in the...
Yeah. So I guess it served
But
a
I mean,
minor
but
plot
they're-
point there.
I felt like there needed to be something else with the monks. Like,
Right.
he gave her some advice, but it's like that wasn't a lot.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was just missing something.
The whole
And I'm very
Sydneyland.
disappointed because that was Weird Al the most. I was looking forward to him the most.
Yeah, exactly. And they showed basically his entire cameo in the preview for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But, in the Sydneyland episode, that was a lot of filler that, it provided a little backstory, but, and some context for Sydney and the way Galavant has kind of mistreated him and shown that Galavant actually has some human emotions. Like, it conveyed all that stuff really well, but the whole Sydneyland thing itself, seemed very side questy.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. So, I'm not hating on the show at all. By
No,
any
no.
means.
Just critiques.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is. It is really good. So, outside of that, do you guys have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No, that's it. All right. Clio, where can the people find you?
Find me at Cleomoto.
Excellent.
We need glitter.
Mike, where can the people find you?
There, that's Philidrin. It
Excellent.
popped up.
We need spring-loaded glitter to just...
No.
Need some Disney magic.
Disney magic! Come on, Dom. Give us Disney
Tinkerbells
magic.
fly over the screen.
Yeah, come on, Dom.
Heather, where
An
can the people
ABC
find
show.
you and your fascination for the herpes of craft supplies?
Craft herpes. Chronixia.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon.
You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter,
MySpace.
Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, the finale.
Heather just had a lady boner.
Yes, you did.
You totally just did, didn't you?
Like, I just saw that. I'm like, fuck you. You don't have a lady boner. He's like twice my age. Just his voice.